doing? My name is Chris Hawkins, and today we have Josh Robertson here. He's here. He's here to discuss his childhood and growing up and during his school days and what he encountered.
Good afternoon. My name is Tyler Barker, and today I will be interviewing Ms. Rebecca Taylor, Director of Testing here at Valdosta State University. And today we will be discussing prejudice, stereotypes, and discrimination in education. How are you today, Ms. Rebecca?
Fine, thank you, Tyler.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I am Jenny Warner, a retired public school teacher. I taught for 35 years.
So the first question is, what city were you raised in?
I was raised in Reedsville, Georgia, which is in Tattnall County.
Okay. What year did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school in 2000.
2000. Okay, so that's not too long ago.
Today I will be asking you a few questions, like I said, based on discrimination, prejudice, and education. What city and state were you raised in?
I was raised in Boynton Beach, Florida.
Okay. What year did you graduate high school?
1986.
And during your time at high school, do you consider yourself as a minority?
Discrimination means treating someone as inferior based on their race, sex, age, or other characteristics, and the action taken toward their belief on an individual or a group.
Were you a minority in your schools growing up?
I was not.
I was not a minority. Let's see. How many male teachers did you encounter while you were growing up?
Let's see. 13 or 14, I guess.
13 or 14.
Somewhere in there.
That's a good number. But you can't say there were more female teachers than male teachers.
No, definitely. That's definitely.
Okay. Next question is, how many African American teachers did you have growing up?
3.
3. Okay, that's a big difference.
And during your time at high school, do you consider yourself as a minority growing up?
Well, my case was a little different. Coming from a multicultural background, I spent 3 years of my high school, freshman to junior year, in a predominantly white high school, and then my senior year in a predominantly black high school.
Okay. And during your time, how many male teachers did you have growing up?
1.
1. Okay. Wow. How many African American teachers did you have growing up, whether male or female?
1.
1. Okay.
During my first year of teaching in an integrated school that was predominantly white, I feel that I was discriminated against. There were about 55 teachers, and of which only 3 were black. One of the black taught 3rd grade, one taught 4th grade, and the other taught 5th, which was me. My principal was white, and she gave the 3 black teachers classroom on the basement floor next door to each other. The other 3rd, 4th, 5th grade teachers' classroom were on the main and upper floors of the building. All 3rd grade classrooms were next door to each other, except for the black teacher. All 4th grade classrooms was next door to each other, except for the one black, and all 5th grade classrooms was next door to each other, except for the one black. Not only was our classrooms located apart from our fellow grade level teachers, our classes were composed of mostly black students.
Did you notice any bias or discrimination between male students and female students?
Male and female, no, not really.
So females didn't get it to be line leader more than male students, or picked on for errands and stuff like that?
I don't think so. I think I don't think so. I think we were kind of past that point.
Okay. Did you notice any bias or discrimination between students of race growing up?
Like from who?
Teachers.
From teachers?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. What about amongst each other, your peers, students?
I would say no, but I don't think so. But there could have been.
Okay, at the lunch table, was there like a minority group and
earlier on, no. We all just said.
what about high school?
High school, it broke up a little more.
Okay.
But I wouldn't call it. That's not really discrimination.
Do you feel
Just
that
choose your own seats.
Excuse your own seats? So you think they clicked to who they were comfortable with by race?
Maybe. But then again, I mean, we were all kind of rural folk. We didn't really. I mean, there's different races, but I mean, obviously, but we kind of all conglomerated together.
Okay. And during that time, did you notice any bias or discrimination between male students and female students growing up, not necessarily saying yourself?
Yes. And as I refer back to my multicultural background, attending a predominantly black school during my primary school years, my mother was the only white woman for miles. So we were seen, my brother and I were seen as white.
Did you notice any bias or discrimination between race growing up?
Yes.
Could you expound on that for me?
We lived in a predominantly black neighborhood, and 2 streets over was predominantly Hispanic, and there was always a line drawn there to say that this street was for African Americans only, this street was for Hispanics, and if either line was crossed, there would be some deviant behavior.
Prejudice is what you believe about a person. It is prejudgment. It refers to thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about a certain group of people. It is a baseless and a useless negative attitude toward an individual or a group. I believe there is stereotype within education. This is seen in many textbooks and other teaching materials that are used in many school systems today. Many textbooks and teaching materials do not reflect ethnic diversity. They mostly reflect on white experiences. Many textbooks and teaching materials distort history and fail to instill pride in minority students. They do not foster cultural literacy, and students do not grasp the contributions of various ethnic groups. I feel that
Reports say that 1 in 4 black males are incarcerated.
According to statistics, there are 1 black male to 8 black females on college campuses.
Well, we have another number for you.
In this year's 2012 election, there were 2 candidates running for president of our country.
And the one that won looks like me.
And looks like me, and you too.
Okay. What do you feel the stereotype is of male students?
The stereotype of male students. Stereotypically, I guess they're viewed as not as studious as females. A little more rambunctious, more prone to getting in trouble, I guess.
Yeah. So you feel like female student stereotype is
more studious, better behaved in general.
Okay. What subjects did you enjoy in high school?
Subjects I enjoyed in high school, I really enjoyed social studies, some science classes, some math classes, but I liked lots of different subjects.
You remember the English type of guy? English?
I liked English as well.
Okay.
I did like English class as well.
And from that time also, do you feel that what do you feel the stereotype is of male students and female students?
Male students in education, that they are lazy, that they are not going to succeed. The female students are the ones that will succeed better. African American males are seen to be the athletics, more of the extracurricular activities, and the ones that depend on handouts to succeed academically, whereas the female students actually do better grade-wise.
I believe there is a relationship between economic status of a student and education. From the economic viewpoint, there are limitations about a free public school system with respect to general availability.
Did you notice any particular examples for discrimination towards students of low economic status?
Lower economic status in the school system, yes. Those students were actually, that could not maybe afford the necessary school supplies, they were actually looked down upon, especially in the predominantly black schools where the teachers were white. They were looked down upon. You're never prepared to come to class. Why don't you have a notebook? Why don't you have pencils? And not understanding that these students may not have been able to afford these materials for school.
And that was, it wasn't really a racial thing. It was strictly socioeconomic.
So that was more the discrimination and separation was the economic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Question: do you have any final comments pertaining to the subject?
No, I appreciate your time, Tyler. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. This has been Chris's Corner.
I can't wait to come back again and talk to you about some other subjects.
Most definitely. Thanks for having me, Josh.
Thank you.
We'll see you again.
Thank you.
We out.